Like, I obviously knew that they were doing that like kind of like weeks prior, but I found out the day of they were gonna do it on Christmas. So my phone when that happened, that went. I was watching Marty Supreme like, damn. Are you the only one in FaZe now? I mean, I think. Wait, let me check who they're following still. Check who are they still following? Me, Rug, Zuma, Rage, Kason, and Apex. And then what? Who they missing? Scope? Yeah, I don't know why they don't follow Scope. I mean, I honestly don't know why they follow Scope. Have they never followed Scope? Yeah, also Jev. I thought they did follow them. I could have sworn they did. Did they never follow them? I don't know. I don't know. Chat, how many of y'all saw the YouTube video? I made a whole YouTube video because I wanted to like on stream. I feel like I don't. My mind be scrambled. There'd be a lot going on. So I made a YouTube video kind of addressing everything and kind of and saying my piece and thank you. Sandwich, Sam, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, man. I literally just watched it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, one of the biggest things in that video that I wanted to address is more so like as far as like the character of all the guys. As far as like from what I was seeing, from what I saw from the inside and when the cameras were off, I mean, I really didn't see a lot of egos in general. Like everybody was really just cool with each other and you know what I'm saying? I never saw that. I never saw any sort of ego, people being nasty toward each other, even when the cameras are off. I genuinely, I want it all, bro. It makes me so sad, bro, because it's like everything was so good. Right, chat? Bro, think about it, bro. I've been there since 2020, right? Everything was so good. Because when I joined, it was already like on the tail end, and then it just went all the way down from when we went public, down. And then it just all of a sudden went up and everything was great. We were shooting YouTube videos weekly. Everybody was eating. Everybody was doing great. Everyone's communities were growing. And then it's just like, fuck. What did they tell you in the weeks prior? I mean, I just knew that they were, you know what I'm saying, that they were having sort of, you know, just contract disagreements and different things like that, you know what I'm saying, leading up to it. And I knew that it was either like, okay, everything's fine, or everything's bad. Everything's fine, everything's bad. And then once they stopped the FaZe miss, I said, yeah, one thing I can say about Max though, bro, yo, I really put Max so heavy. I remember when I did my subathon like 8 months ago, and he was the first person when I hit like 35,000 subs. He was the first person to text me like, yo, good shit, bro. You know what I'm saying, like, killing it. I'll always be a fan of Max, man. FaZe falling off, but it was doing so good. You know what I'm saying? Back-to-back org wins of the year. The boys were doing great. Lacey was never real FaZe. He's FaZe, bro. All those guys are FaZe. They are FaZe, bro. Rage's story. What did Rage say in the story? What is that? Oh, is that from Ultron? What is he trying to? What does that mean? No strings attached. They'll all be fine. Look, I'm gonna be honest, chat. I know y'all may feel sad, but at the end of the day, nothing really changes with especially with the guys too. Like whatever they were doing, they can still do. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying, like they're not like it's not like they're broken up or it's over. Like it all is still can be done. So I know people may feel like it's like, oh, but like, bro, everything they can do, they can still all do it. Why adapt to? I mean, chat, it's just like, bro, it's just genuine bad business, bro. You know what I mean? Just adapt's the one that made me the most sad. Adapt's the one that made me most sad. So let me break it down for y'all, chat. So I've already had my contract with FaZe, you know what I'm saying, beforehand. I had already everything, you know what I'm saying, because I've been there for like 6-7 years. So I was already fine, you know what I mean? And, you know, the thing that gets a lot of, did I say 6-7? Did I say 6-7? Okay, stop spamming. I'm gonna tell you right now, when I knew, when we were in it, when I knew something was up, right? So let me this is what I'm gonna tell my perspective on this, because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to speak on their part. But think about this, chat, right? In those first like what, between like 2022 and 2024. No, wait, 2021, 2023, right? Think about who was in FaZe and who was making content. Wait, Ray just said he left? Yeah, I mean, did Ray just say he left? Yeah. I mean, I knew that was coming. It was kind of like I mean, that was just kind of a given, you know. Yeah, he's not trolling. He's not trolling, Chat. He's not trolling. So anyways, let me get my thought out. So right, so think about in 2021 to 2023. Think about who was making content in FaZe, Chat, at that time. Who was really like There wasn't many, right? Who was really in 2021 or 2023 in FaZe? Who was really like, I mean, I was streaming and stuff like that. Obviously, it was like me and Nuke Squad, but like who else really like Rug? You know what I mean? And we low key, I'm not gonna lie, chat. Back then in 2021, 2023, we had like a god tier marketing guy. I don't know how, but like, bro, we were getting deals like McDonald's, Porsche, dumb back in the day. And I had a feeling it really didn't make sense when. So think about it now. In the last 2 years, right? Big brands, massive brands. When I started thinking like something is up internally is when, right, the boys are at the height of everything. They're back-to-back orgs of the year. Everybody in FaZe averaging 10, 20K. Oh, you know, all the boys are averaging 10, 20K viewers. And then like the best sponsor we could grab was 4Loko. It was, I was sitting there thinking like something's weird. Like I feel like, especially with now, like the best we can do is 4Loko, bro. There's 7 people in FaZe averaging 20K viewers. These should have been on a cover of cereal boxes. You know what I mean? Like, I was sitting there like, wait, there's something's not making sense. Like, how the like 2 years ago did we have Porsche and McDonald's, and now we 4? Like we should have instead of 4Loko, it should have been Coke. I should have had a stack of Diet Coke in the back. You know what I'm saying? Blue chip shit. So that's why I was like, something not really making sense. I feel like big reputable brands aren't advertising through creators nearly as much as 3 years ago. Bro, that's just not, I just disagree though. Cause like you still see it though. Like there's still like companies like Doug that like work with creators. Chat, I saw the rage tweet. And the boys aren't even like, what you gonna sit here and say they're controversial? They're not controversial. They're 21, 22-year-olds destroying the game. Yeah, Kson really is involved with the esports too, so he'll speak on whatever as far as how he's moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like who's some big? I mean, even like bro, even like Kai is massive. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But like even he's working with like AMP's working with very reputable brands. I was like, there's no reason why the FaZe as a whole. You take everybody's numbers, combine them, and 4Loko. No offense, no offense. I never had a 4Loko. 4Loko, no offense, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like Ron has 35K viewers building a slide. I remember I called one of the internal people. I said, yo, Ron is averaging 35K viewers building a slide in the back of the backyard. It should be a Nike slide. Why is it not a Nike slide? Does that make sense? Like it confused me because like people were saying, like I saw them saying like out of money or different things like that. I'm like, dog, put the right marketing people internally, and yo, these guys, like if you took the marketing guy we had like 3 years ago, shout out to Adam, if you're watching this, you're the GOAT, bro, genuinely, and you took those numbers now, will Rug leave? So Rug, chat, y'all gotta understand, y'all can't like tell Rug is like this is FaZe, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, Adapt is 100% FaZe. I made this comparison. In my YouTube video. I said Rug is like the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Like Rug like takes FaZe name through countries that I never even heard. But I said Adapt is like Braun on the Lakers. Like Adapt has been inside of the org cooking shit for years at the heart of it in LA. Hands-on with anything FaZe. Like he's really for sure. I was like confused. Like that's why I knew something was like a little weird inside. Is like, why are we not like having like 10 brands going nuts right now? Paying for all this. The boys should be getting Duffy bags. Now I don't know their like deals like internally, because I didn't work with 4Loko or anything like that. But yeah, I saw Rage left, yeah. But bro, I'm telling you, man, a company, any type of org is in our space, right? Bro, you need talent. But also the thing I loved about the guys is they loved FaZe. It never works out. Especially I've noticed in FaZe Clan. If the employees don't love FaZe, and if the people who the talent don't love FaZe, it'll never work. Bro, Ron loved FaZe. Lacey got that tatted. Yeah, I mean, I think overall there was definitely a way it should all work. This is how in my head, I think everything should work business-wise, right? So chat, I have a manager and an agent, right? but my manager and agent are very cool together. Like they're shout out to Darren, shout out to Mike. They're very cool with each other, right? Two people working for you to go get you deals, right? Does that make sense? I'm sure there's, like I'm saying, you guys understand it. And it all makes it, you know what I'm saying? But when these two beef, or when one tries to like be more than the other, it never works out business-wise. It should work like where everybody eats, right? They get a deal, everybody eats. They get a deal, everybody eats. Nah, my brother was more like just like my assistant. He helped me a lot. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be that complicated. That's why when I'm hearing the stuff that was happening, I'm like, how is it this complicated? All you gotta do, if you have management and they have agents, right? Let's say Ron has a manager inside of FaZe and Ron has an agent outside. Everybody should work together to eat. It should all be about Ron. I'm just using Ron as an example. It should all be about him. Whatever he needs, whatever the biggest bag we can get, it should be all about him. It should not be how much money we can take or what cuts we split or what cuts this person gets. Everybody should want to eat. And when it's not like that, it just never works out. Side note, what hoodie is this? It's Stussy. Jason and Lacey would not be where they are without FaZe. I wouldn't say they wouldn't be where they are at because they were on the trajectory. That's why they got picked up in the first place. But they definitely, joining FaZe did help 100%. But it's like you can't go to them 2 years later. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things that have to be said and done when you join versus 2 years later. Like Jason, they were already cooking. I feel like they were already cooking. They were already on that trajectory. That's why they got picked up in the first place. Ease, they give it a 12 months, man. I appreciate it, bro. All in all, I got like they're a great group of individuals who didn't have ego, who all genuinely liked working together. Bro, I told a story even in my video, bro. Like some of the guys would be there at video shoots before half of the employees. Like they were, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody was bought in. Yeah, I saw a rage tweet, yeah. So who's left now? Vin, thank you for the 5 gifted, man. I appreciate it, bro. Griff got fired. Bro, Griff, I know you probably gonna see this. Griff is the GOAT. And you know what I love about y'all and like their communities is like y'all know a lot of the, you guys know a lot of the lore, right? You guys know about Griff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like he is the genuine GOAT. The GOAT, bro. When I first moved to LA, he was my manager in FaZe and he took care of me, bro. He made sure I was good. Anything, even outside of FaZe, he would always help me with anything. Cars, watches, guidance, hookups at restaurants, all that. And he helped those guys, man. He was really close with Jason for sure. He helped a lot of the dudes, you know what I'm saying? Bepsi's the GOAT as well. Addison is great too. Just a lot of people, like the people that you know, chat, are all great people. Vera, I know you're seeing this. That cat is huge. Yeah, he's monstrous. Griff wasn't even my manager and he always took care of me. Bro, the GOAT. And when Griff told me he got let go, I said, oh, it's cut. Because Griff is the type of person where, like, let's say like a person will tell him something, and if it's not in the talent's best interest, he'll be like, nah, no, we're not doing it. And you need people like that. You need people like that. Like, this is not gonna work with, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, this isn't good for the talent. We're not doing it. You got a Maine Coon, he's so beautiful. Thank you, I appreciate it. Honestly, I don't know what to say about like what happens now. Nobody really knows. Nobody really knows. You know what I'm saying? The boys are standing on what they're standing on, which is 100% support them in anything that they do. With their numbers, I don't understand it. With their numbers, they should have been on the cover of cereal boxes. No bull. They won org back-to-back years. They should have been on. They should have been everywhere. Now, as far as why they aren't, it's just I think it's just a failure. You know, I don't know where in that mix where it's not complicated. When you have 7 guys who average 10+K viewers, getting brand deals and getting them money and getting money for the org shouldn't be rocket science. I feel like Joe Schmo down the street could just be like, yo, Ron averages 35K viewers and building a slide. That simple. Oh, what? All of a sudden a slide company wants to pay Ron $100,000 to build a slide on stream for the easy. Boom. See, you know what I'm saying? You're putting the stats. Yeah, 7 guys, top 7 on Twitch, all 100K subs. Like it's not, It shouldn't be rocket science. I agree. I don't know what happens here, to be honest, though. Like I said, I talked to Apex yesterday. I texted Apex because he's the one who recruited me. So, you know what I'm saying? As far as with anything FaZe, you know what I mean? Apex is my genuine dog, you know what I mean? And he even feels sad about it. He said he felt he wanted, who was that? Oh, yes, Daddy, they better take you that. I appreciate it. Apex said he tried to be more involved. And they just wouldn't let him get involved. Which is just ass because Apex is the go. Oh, yes, Daddy, thank you for the 10 gift that. I appreciate it, man. James, thank you for the sub. I think it's time for Swag to buy faves and that's the Swag CEO. Chad, I don't got $10 million on me. I don't got 10 M's or else you know what I'm saying? I don't got 10 M's, man. No matter what Rug needs to buy it. See, now that would be Rug for sure. Yo, that's 3 uploads for Rug. But all in all, like I said, bro, I'm here to say that no, the guys did not have egos. They were hardworking. They saw the vision. They understood it. I just think, you know what I'm saying, the people placed around them as far as even just business-wise with marketing, just whoever was doing it just wasn't doing it to the level that they should have been doing it. There should be Coke everywhere. No, not chat. No, not like the Coke brand, like Diet Coke. No, don't. Fuck. Like Pepsi should have been sponsored by Pepsi. Arky, you feel what I'm saying? Adidas should have been across the floors. Adidas everywhere. The house being paid for? Yes, but chat, I'll be honest with you, bro. If they would have asked the guy, if they all came to it and the guys had to pay for the house, they would have all split the house just to keep everybody together. I promise you they would have. I promise you. Billy, thank you for the 5 gift, man. I appreciate it, bro. Like, it was never about the cheddar, or being greedy with the cheddar. They would have paid the rent and split that. If that was such like a big thing, deal, you know what I'm saying? Like,
UAV inbound.
Billy, thank you for the sub. OMG, thank you for the sub. Cause bro, even when we had the new squad houses, the first 2 houses were paid for, and then the third house that we had, they paid for some of it, but then we had to split some of it, and we were perfectly fine with that. And I guarantee the guys would have did the exact same thing, just to keep everything together. I don't know what happens now. Honestly, I don't. I honestly don't. Cause I even saw the contracts that was seen and some of the things that were said, brother. I read that and said, there's just no way. Even that was nasty, you know? So I feel like what they're standing on is right. You know what I mean? So, oh yes, that even a 10 gifted, man. Now, airdrop codes confirmed. But what they need to do is, whatever the talent needs to be successful, just do whatever they need to be successful. It's not very complicated in this space. Nobody knows the business or how to be successful in the space than the talent. You can't have people come in who have nothing about gaming, try to tell gamers or streamers how to do it. You just can't. You can't do it. You can't do it. All you have to do is just literally simply ask, yo, how can we make it more successful? Communicate, yo, how can we both make money, but you guys make majority of it. We just need a little bit to run things. It can be all so simple. But I don't know. Like I said, whoever was marketing at FaZe, whoever was handling the money or doing the sponsorship shit, there should be had no problem with getting money. That was the most mind-boggling thing to sit here now and think about is I don't understand it, bro. I don't understand it. When you have a house combined averaging 150,000 viewers, you got Mr. Beast under their tweets asking, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's invested. Oh, yeah, it's dead. Even a 5 gifted. They should have had 6 blue chip brands sponsoring the whole subathon. The boys should have been able to, they should have been able to scrim at what's the stadium called? Crypto. They should have held a FaZe basketball game at Crypto. Lakers pay for it. How the fuck, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit they should be doing. You know what I'm saying? At that level. Mr. Beast, just buy FaZe and call it a day, bro. Give 100% to stable Ronaldo and call it a day. Lacey's brother talking about how they're going to do their own shit together. Like I said, they can do what they're still doing. Regardless, I'm saying they don't need them. They can do it. They can keep doing it. Nothing really has to change. Yeah, I don't know what happened, chat. We'll probably find out probably after New Year's, you know. What I would love is, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, the people who pushed them out say, look here and say, yo, we made a mistake. You guys can take the reins, whatever the you want. Here, let's figure out something. Even like you can't replicate what Jev does. You can't replicate what Rug does. Zuma, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's covered on all bases. It's like it was the perfect formula. All you had to do was put people around to make money, and that was it. It's the perfect formula. You had guys who cared about like Griff, Bepsi, who cared about the team. You had everyone who touched every part of the internet. But yeah, I'm gonna play Arc Raiders for us tonight. Those are my dogs, though. Like I said, I don't think they have egos at all. I told this story on my video. Bro, Ron, every video shoot, Ron's my dog. Ron, every video shoot would be there before every employee. He would be sleeping on the couch before every employee got there, ready for the video. It's something I took note in my head and I said, he's getting there before me. And I thought I was getting there early. Billy, they would have five gifted. So when I heard, you know, especially like I said with Ricky, I don't agree on that statement as far as them having egos or things like that. I just think, you know what I'm saying, if they were egos, you know what I'm saying, they all averaged like 20K viewers. They all simply could have one and not show up for the videos and be perfectly fine. But they would all show up knowing that as a collective, everyone's a lot stronger working together versus being apart. So I want to know if Rug's leaving. Chat, like, there's no like Rug leaving. He's just like, I don't know. It's, you can't, you kind of understand it if you've known the lore. He just FaZe Rug. You know what I mean? This was mainly a dispute about people who lived in the house. You know what I mean? That's why like Zuma like hasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these guys had no idea what was going on because it had to do with people in the crib. The same argument works for that 100%. But like I said, it had to do people, whoever was inside the house is what like, they were the first ones to see about, you know what I'm saying, about what was going on and what was put in front of them. I don't know what happened to Bepsi. Bepsi's the GOAT though. I won't be surprised if he works for NASA or some shit. He knows everything. Rugged. What? What are you talking? I saw Ray just tweet. Yeah. Like I said, I figured, you know what I'm saying? But it sucks, man, because everything was so good. Everything was so good, bro. They were doing so well. Everybody was eating. Shit was up. I was so proud of them, bro. They were so killing it. And then it's just like, all you had to do with all that success that all the boys were having organically, like I said, just put someone around them to go get them deals. That's it. Simple. Something on my nose, my fault. It's very simple. You could have sold FaZe as a whole. You could have been Joe Schmo down the street, and all you had to do was just take a paper, show the stats like this to whoever brand you're going to, and you would have got the maximum. You didn't even have to do much. You just take a paper, you take everyone's numbers, all the FaZe, Rug all the way down to, I don't even know, me. You take a paper, you go like this. Simple. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. I truly hope that they honestly, I hope they try their best to get the guys back. They need to come back. You know what I'm saying? They are a FaZe. I've always had my situation because also I had 1 million subscribers before I even joined. I've always had an agent and a manager, and they've always just worked together. You know what I mean? Always work together. I'm telling you, chat, all the business stuff you see behind the scenes when it gets complicated is when the agent and the manager don't work together. When they clash heads. When people get greedy as far as like deals and no, we want to if the manager wants to keep all of, you know what I'm saying, if they don't want to share, it's just, I mean, it's simply just greed, bro. What about Kson? Kson gonna speak on what he speaks on because Kson's so heavily involved in esports. You know, it's like one of those things where as long as the esports part doesn't get poached or like with, I think Kson will continue to work with FaZe Esports 100%. Now, if they go after the esports section.
I was scrolling Twitter, bro, and I saw a clip of you saying you like Coke.
Who said that?
It was on Twitter. I saw a clip of it.
Fuck, man.
Care to explain?
Dude. I got clipped out of context. I saw Ron and Lacey said they'll be live tomorrow. Yeah, they just tweeted. It's already there? Okay, thank you, sir. Talk to me.
Chris, I've been fiending for this shit, bro. I haven't played in like days.
Oh, God. I played, what, 16? I don't know how many hours it was.
A couple days ago, right?
Yeah, I had a 16-hour piece with ease.
Shut. All All right. What's the play, man? You tell me what we doing today.
I kind of want to find a third. Let me see, cause
Whatever you want.
Jay's birthday's tonight, so I'm gonna see if he wants to run.
Oh, nice.
Chad, I saw Ron and Lacey gonna go live. I mean, they'll break it all down, bro. You know what I mean? But like I said, just know those are good humans, man. They're good humans. Are they all going live? Everyone's going live tomorrow too? Yeah, they're probably all back home. Yeah, I can't fix my overlay, bro.